Hi, I am Shayla Brutus, a career counselor at Manatee Technical College, and I am here to walk you through the MTC application process. So the first thing you'll want to do is open up your webpage, and you will go to the address and you'll want to type in www.manateetech.edu. Once you do this, you'll go to our main page of MTC, and you will want to click the red button, which is Apply Now, and this will lead you to our important announcement page. And here you'll get information and any updates about our application, as well as the Apply Here button to lead you to the application. Okay, so now this is the first step for the application process. You will want to follow and fill out all of the blank spaces so that you can start your application. So the first thing you want to do is fill out your first name. And then you'll put in your last name. And then you'll put in your email address. Please make sure all this information is correct. See, I already made a mistake, because this is how we will be contacting you. And you will fill it out again as well. And then you will want to create your password. If you type in the wrong password or it's not enough characters, I will notify you. So let's see. You will have to have at least one uppercase letter, lowercase letter, and I believe a special character. Okay, so see, I already got an error message. The user ID or password you enter is not valid. Kindly enter valid credentials. Your account has been locked after 5 failed attempts. Again. Okay, here you go. Password must be 8 characters long and include at least one special character, at least one lowercase alphanumeric character, at least one uppercase, and at least one number. So let's try to do this again. And trust me, this happens quite often. Okay, so it was correct. You will receive this message. Congratulations, your MTC account has been created. And here's my user ID. And I will also receive an email once I submitted the application notifying me of my user ID, and my password would be the password that I created. So you will want to keep that information because you'll use that in the future. Okay, so here we go for the application. My user ID is here, as well as my email address. And for the first part, you want to put the program of your interest. There's going to be a drop-down box, and this lists all the programs that we offer here at Manatee Technical College. So you'll want to choose the program that you're interested in. So we will choose Automotive Collision Technology. And for how did you hear about MTC, you will want to select how you heard about us. So you can either have heard about us from your school counselor, maybe you drove by our school, the internet, newspaper. So you'll want to select how you heard. I'll say from my high school counselor. For your address, you'll put where you live. So you'll put your street address. Your city is where you live. So if you live in Bradenton, you'll put Bradenton. Sarasota, that's your city. For your state, we live in Florida, so I'm choosing Florida. And your zip code will be your zip code of address. So our zip code is 34203. And then you'll put a phone number. And you'll want to make sure all this information is correct, because if we have to send you any information, this is what we look at. So your phone number with your area code. Okay. Actually. All right. So for emergency contacts, this is a person that you will want us to contact in case something is to happen. For relationship, you're going to choose how they're related to you. So I'll put a friend and for the phone number to contact them would be the mobile. Okay. For the basic student information, again, all information here needs to be correct as well, because this is the information about you and we need to know this for your application. So for your social security number, you will want to put in your social security number. If you don't know it, then I would suggest that maybe you get the information maybe from your parents, or you can look it up. If you do not have a social security number, it's okay that you don't put anything in there, but please note that if you are trying to get any information for tax purposes, we need to have your social security number. Also, many of the programs that we have here, some are licensures or certifications. If you go for your testing, you will need to have a social security number. So if you have any questions about this, you can always contact your career counselor just to figure out whether or not a social security is required. So if you do have a social security number, you will want to provide it. But for me, I'm just going to put all zeros. For your social security number, please make sure to either enter your social security or leave it blank. Do not add all zeros. All right. So for your birth date, you'll choose when you were born. So I'll just choose. Okay, and then the state of your birth is the state that you were born in. So if you were born in Florida, you would choose Florida. And again, the city of where you were born. Your residency, your residence county is where you live. So Manatee County, Sarasota County, that is what you will choose. And again, it's a drop-down box, so you can choose that. Citizenship status, there's 4 things you can choose from: non-resident alien, permanent resident alien, U.S. citizen, or unknown or not reported. And you can choose which one from the drop box. And for your gender, female or male. Okay, and for ethnicity, you need to choose this. It's either between Hispanic or Latino. So if you look in the drop box, you'll either get no or yes. If you're Hispanic or Latino descent, you'll want to choose yes. If not, you will choose no. And for the race section, you will have to choose at least one. More than one can apply, so you can choose yes to more than one, but you cannot leave any of these blank. So you'll want to choose one of the races here. So, and then you can leave the rest blank, or if you are more than one, you can choose yes to those. For previous education, this is here where you'll put how much education you have done already. So select the level of schooling completed. If you have already done college, or if you were in college and AAS or bachelor's, you would choose that. If you've received your GED, you'll choose that as well. If you are in high school or you haven't completed a certain grade, you have 3 options here. So grades 1 through 5, grade 6 through 8, or grade 9 through 12. If you are still in high school and you're about to graduate, you would choose grade 9 through 12 and you haven't received your diploma yet. If you do have a high school diploma, you would choose that. If you had no schooling, there's also a section for you to choose there. Non-adult general education. If you did some college, meaning that maybe you went to SCF already, but you haven't received a degree, you would choose that as well, or unknown. So I'm going to choose 9 through 12. And origin of schooling. Did you go to school here in the United States? If you did, you would choose US-based schooling. If you didn't, you would choose non-US-based schooling, or not an adult general education. I'm going to choose US-based schooling. Okay, for your enrollment information, this is going to tell us when you want to start school, what time of day you want to start school, all that information. So for the term that you wish to start school, you will select here on the drop box. You can either choose spring 2020. In your cases, or anyone's cases, you may choose also fall. We have 2 terms that you can choose from. So I'm going to choose fall because that's the next coming session. You'll also want to choose for a request time of day. So for this, there are many options that you can choose from. For our application, I didn't mention this in the beginning, but for MTC, we have many programs that you can choose from, as well as we do offer GED ESOL classes. So for adult basic education, that would be for either GED or adult classes. So you could choose afternoon, evening, morning. And then for CTE, that is any of the programs that we offer on the main campus as well as the East Campus, such as auto collision that I chose in the beginning of the application. You would choose evening, full-time, part-time, afternoon, part-time, morning. And then we have some high school for dual enrollment students to choose from. So for the most part for the high school dual enrollment, we currently aren't doing even or odd dates. So it would either be CTE, full-time or part-time that you would choose. In my case, I did choose a full-time program, so I will be choosing this. I do want you guys to know, though, that if you choose a program such I did for auto collision, this program is only offered during the day. If I chose nighttime, it doesn't mean that I would be able to choose a nighttime schedule. So it's important that you contact your career counselor and get information about the program that you are choosing, because some of our programs are only offered full-time and there aren't a part-time schedule. So you'll need to know that when you fill out the application. Okay, are you a veteran? You will put either yes or no. So in my case, no. Military status, we have a drop box. You can choose what you can put here. In my case, it would be not applicable. For a full-time, 32.5 hours per week or part-time student, this is what you are putting either if you're a full-time or part-time student. In my case, it would be full-time because I would be coming every day, Monday through Friday. Part-time students' schedule usually is in the evening time, and it would be Monday through Thursday from 6 to 10 p.m. and then 2 Saturdays out of the month. If you are a high school student, though, and you are coming part-time with us, you can choose part-time, and usually you're coming in the morning from 8 a.m. to 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. So that is a part-time schedule, but in my case, full-time. And for resident status, this is saying whether or not you are a Florida resident or if you are a non-Florida resident. So if you are a Florida resident, it means that you have lived in Florida for a year or more. So I chose Florida resident. Are you a farm worker? You would choose again, either yes or no. And then at the bottom, it tells you to qualify as a farm worker, you must either be a migrant or social farm worker or be dependent of a migrant or social farm worker. So you will choose here if that applies to you. In my case, that would be no. Okay. For first-time student in a Florida post-secondary school, this one can be confusing. So you're going to choose either if you are dual enrollment, which means that you're a high school student, either a junior or senior trying to come into a program here with us. A first-time student, meaning that you have never come to MTC before and this is your first time. A returning student, meaning that you have been to MTC before and that you are coming back, or a transfer student. Okay. If you have taken some classes at SCF as well, then you will want to put, I believe, transfer. But right now, mostly everyone will probably be first-time student. Vocational single parent, there's a drop box here too that you can choose. You can choose either single parent, not pregnant, single parent woman, or both are not applicable. In my case, it's not applicable. And if I'm currently in a Manatee High School, meaning that you're a senior applying to us for the fall semester, here is a drop box that you will be able to look at to see all the different high schools that we offer in the Manatee area. So in my case, I will choose Bayshore High School. And if you've graduate high school within the last 12 months, you can check yes. So if this applies to you, then you would be able to check yes. And okay, and then for criminal history, here is where it says criminal history. Do you have any arrests or convictions other than minor traffic violations? Being completely truthful is to your advantage. Additional information may be requested. While information gathered is confidential, there may be need to share this information with the clinical facilities, instructors, and/or advisory board members in order to reach a determination regarding admission. So if you do have any criminal history, it is very important to answer this question like it says very truthfully. If you have any questions regarding you will be accepted into a program, you can contact the career counselor for that program to find out if it will be a factor or not in your admissions process. But please be very truthful when you answer this question. So there's a section here that says discuss in person, or you can say no or yes, or however it applies to you. And then I understand the admissions into MTC is based on a complete application satisfaction of basic qualification and space availability. Varies by program. Likewise, I affirm all information provided on this application is the truth to the best of my knowledge. I also understand that fees, application, TABE, exam, etc., may need to be paid at MTC to complete my application. So here you are saying that everything you have submitted is correct, as well as there may be additional fees that are not listed here, but are required for admissions. So you will say yes. And by clicking on the submit application button, you acknowledge that there is non-refundable application fee. When you submit your application, you will be automatically redirected to the payment option page. If you click the save for later button, your application will not be submitted, but it will be saved and you may return at any time to complete. So once I hit the submit application button, it is going to take me to the payment page, and I will explain that further. But first, you can always go back to check your application and make sure that you filled out all the information correctly, and just to go over it, because sometimes you may miss something. Once you think you are ready, click the submit button. Okay, so here is the MTC online submission page for payment. So here's my name, my user ID, the application number, the program that I selected, and the term that I wanted to get into. And as you can see right here, it says non-refundable application fee for $30. So for payment type, you can either choose credit card or debit card, or cash or check. If you do choose the cash or check button, it says if paying by cash, you may pay at the MTC cashiering office. If paying by check, you can mail or deliver your check to the MTC cashiering office. And you can visit www.mantitech.edu for cashiering locations. So I'm going to choose this option, and then you will hit submit. Once you hit submit, then your application has been processed. Please note that you do need to pay your application fee. Your application fee will not go away just by you hitting cash or check. It will get attached to your student application account, and that will be on your account for later purposes. You'll see it there on your portal. And so when you're done, you can hit log out. You will receive an email from MTC with information for your user account, as well as you'll receive another email stating that you submitted your application. And then later in the day, you'll receive another email that is a welcome email. And this email will give you information on how to log into your student portal. And logging into your student portal, you'll need to use the user ID that was provided to you in the first email, as well as the password that you created. Everyone's student portal will be different for what they will need to submit for application purposes, but this is basically how the application is filled out for the beginning stages. And then once you hit log out, it will say, are you sure you want to quit? You'll say, okay. And then it will take you back to this main page here. So this is pretty much how we do our application process. If you do have more information, you can always contact your career counselor and they will be able to help assist you. You can also contact MTC Student Services as well, and they can answer any questions regarding the application or the portal if you get stuck or need help figuring out how to log in. If you are just on a side note, trying to plan on using financial aid, you will want to go onto our website as well at Manti Technical College. And if you go under admissions, we do have a financial aid page. This is important if you are trying to apply and qualify for it. We do have counselors that you'll be able to contact, and they have certain programs that they work with. They are the people that you will want to contact and speak to about your financial aid questions. But on this webpage, it will give you information on how to fill out for financial aid. So you can apply for FAFSA. They gave you the code that you'll need to put on your application, and then it will give you information on what you'll need to submit for financial aid. Okay, if there are any other questions that you have, please contact your career counselor. for the program that you're interested in, and we will do our best to answer any of your questions. Thank you for your time and have a great day.